Heidi woke up early in the morning. She heard a loud whistle. Sunlight came through the window and shone on her bed and the hay. At first she did not know where she was. Then she heard her grandfather's voice outside and remembered everything. She remembered coming up the mountain the day before. Now she was very happy to be in her new home. She wanted to see the goats again. She got dressed quickly and ran down the ladder. Peter was already outside with his goats. Grandfather brought Schwenli and Burley to join them. "Do you want to go with him to the pasture?" asked the grandfather. "Yes," said Heidi, clapping her hands. "Go now and wash yourself first," said the grandfather. "The sun will laugh if it sees you so dirty. There is water in the tub for you," he said, and pointed to a big tub in the sun. Heidi went and washed herself well. Her cheeks became red. Meanwhile, the grandfather called Peter into the house with his bag. Peter opened his bag. He had a small lunch. Grandfather gave him more bread and cheese. The pieces were much bigger than Peter's own food. "The bowl goes in too," said Grandfather. "The child does not know how to drink from the goat like you. She will stay with you all day. Give her 2 bowls of milk. Take care she does not fall on the rocks. Grandfather, can the sun still laugh at me?" she asked. She had used the towel so hard that her face, neck, and arms were red. Grandfather smiled and said, "No, the sun can't laugh now. But tonight you must go into the tub like a fish. When you go like goats, you get dirty feet. Go now." They started to climb the mountain. Heidi was very happy. She ran from side to side. She saw red primroses and blue gentians. "Heidi, where are you now?" Peter shouted. But Peter could not see her. She was sitting behind a small hill with many flowers. The air smelled sweet. Heidi was breathing deeply. "Come with me," Peter said. "Grandfather told me to watch you." "You must not fall. Where are the rocks?" Heidi asked without moving. "Far up, and we must go more. If you come, maybe we will see the eagle," Peter said. Heidi liked that and ran to him with her apron full of flowers. "You have enough now," said Peter. "If you pick all today, there will be none tomorrow," Heidi agreed. Her apron was full. She stayed next to Peter. The goats smelled the herbs and came up quickly. Peter always stopped at the bottom of a high cliff. The rocks were dangerous. Grandfather was right to warn him. When they arrived, Peter put his bag in a small hole in the ground. The wind was strong there. He didn't want to lose his food. Then he lay down in the grass. He was very tired. Heidi took off her apron and put it next to his bag. She sat beside him and looked around. She saw the valley far below. There was snow on the mountain in front of her. Heidi sat very still. Peter was asleep. The goats played near the bushes. A soft wind touched her face. The big mountains made her feel happy. She looked at them for a long time. They looked like old friends. Suddenly, Heidi heard a loud cry. She looked up and saw a very big bird. It flew in circles over her head. "Wake up, Peter," she said. They both watched the bird. It flew higher and higher. Then it went behind the mountain. "Where did it go?" asked Heidi. "To its nest," said Peter. "Does it live up there?" "That is amazing," Heidi said. "Why does it scream so loud?" "Because it must," said Peter. "Let's go see the nest," said Heidi. "No," said Peter. "Not even goats can climb there. And Semple, Grandfather said you must not fall." Peter called and whistled. Soon all the goats came to the green field. Heidi ran into the middle of them. She loved watching them jump and play. Peter was getting dinner ready for Heidi and himself. He put big pieces of bread for her on one side and small pieces for himself on the other. Then he milked Burley and put the full bowl in the middle. When everything was ready, he called Heidi. But she didn't come right away. Stop jumping and sit down, said Peter. Dinner is ready. Is this milk for me? Asked Heidi. Yes. The big bread is also yours. When you finish the milk, I'll bring more. Then I'll eat mine, said Peter. Where do you get your milk? Asked Heidi. From my goat. That spotted one. Now eat, said Peter again. He ate. When the bowl was empty, Peter filled it again. Heidi took a little bread for herself and gave Peter the rest. It was more than his own share. She also gave him the whole cheese and said, You can eat this. I had enough. Peter was surprised. He never gave food to others. He didn't believe her at first, but when she put the food on his lap, he saw she was serious. He nodded and started eating. It was the best meal of his life. While Peter ate, Heidi looked at the goats. She asked Peter for their names. He told her all of them. He only remembered goat names well. Heidi listened carefully and learned them fast. They were scared and ran away. Only one goat, Thistlefinch, was not afraid. He fought back with his sharp horns. A small white goat named Snowhopper kept crying. Heidi hugged it and said, Why are you sad? Peter was still eating. He said, She is sad because her mother is gone. Her mother, said Peter, she has none. Poor little Snowhopper, said Heidi. Don't be sad. I will come with you every day now. Peter finished eating and walked to Heidi. Heidi saw that Schweinli and Bearly were the cleanest and prettiest goats. Suddenly Peter jumped up. He ran fast. Heidi followed him. Thistlefinch was near a cliff. He was walking too close. Peter came just in time to stop him. But Peter fell on a rock and could only catch one leg of the goat. Thistlefinch got angry and cried loudly. Peter could not get up and called for help. Heidi saw what was wrong. She picked sweet-smelling herbs and put them near the goat's nose. Come, Thistlefinch, she said. Don't fall. You will hurt yourself. The goat smelled the herbs and ate them. Peter stood up. Together they pulled the goat back to safety. Peter wanted to hit the goat with a stick. The goat stepped back. It was scared. Heidi screamed, Peter, no! Don't hit him. He is afraid. He was bad, said Peter. He raised his stick. Heidi grabbed his arm. Don't hurt him. Let him go, she shouted. Peter looked at her and stopped. He dropped the stick. I won't hit him if you give me cheese again tomorrow, he said. You can have all my cheese every day, said Heidi. I'll also give you a big piece of bread, but don't hit any goats. I don't care, said Peter. And that was his promise. The sun was going down. Heidi sat on the grass. She looked at bluebells and wild roses in the sun. The mountain tops were red and shining. Oh, Peter, look, said Heidi. The mountains are on fire. And the sky, too. The moon is burning. Look how the snow glows. I think the eagle's nest is burning too. And the fir trees. Peter was peeling his stick. It always looks like that. But why? Asked Heidi. It just happens, Peter said. Oh, look. The mountains are pink like roses. Now they are turning gray. Oh no, the fire is gone. That's so sad, said Heidi. It will look like that again tomorrow, said Peter to Heidi. Now we must go home. Peter called the goats and they started walking down. Will it be like this every day when we go up? Asked Heidi. Yes, it usually is, said Peter. What about tomorrow? She asked. It will be the same tomorrow, Peter answered. Heidi felt happy again. She walked next to Peter, thinking about everything she had seen. When they reached the hut, the grandfather was waiting for them on a bench under the fir trees. Heidi ran to him, and the two goats followed because they knew him. Peter called to her, Come again tomorrow. Good night. Heidi shook his hand and said she would come. Then she hugged Snowhopper one more time. After Peter left, Heidi ran back to her grandfather. Oh, grandfather, it was so beautiful. I saw the fire and the roses on the rocks. And look, I brought you many flowers. She opened her apron and dropped the flowers, but they looked sad and dry. Heidi did not even know them anymore. What happened to them, grandfather? They looked so pretty before. They need to be in the sun. They cannot stay inside your apron, said the grandfather. Then I won't pick them again. Grandfather, why does the eagle cry so loud? First take a bath, said the grandfather. I'll get your milk from the shed. Then I'll tell you during supper. Heidi did what he said. Later, when she was sitting on her high chair with her milk, she asked again, Why does the eagle cry? He is laughing at the people in the village, said the grandfather. He says, if you lived high like me, you would feel better. The grandfather said it in a strong voice. Heidi thought he sounded just like the eagle. Why don't the mountains have names, grandfather? She asked. They do have names. They do have names. If you tell me what they look like, I will tell you their names. Heidi told him what the mountains looked like, and he gave her all their names. Then she told him everything that happened that day, especially about the fire in the sky. She asked why it happened. The sun makes it, said the grandfather. He is saying good night to the mountains. He gives them his prettiest light so they don't forget him before morning. She couldn't wait to see the sun's good night again. Now it was bedtime. Heidi slept well all night. She dreamed that Snowhopper was jumping happily on the glowing mountains, and many bright roses were growing around her.